Here's what you missed on Phathead and Cande in the morning. Weekdays 6 to 10 a.m. on My Country 96.1.
My Country 96.1, Phathead, Cande Roth, going to be beautiful. Spring is finally here, it seems. Mid to upper 60s, looks like the rest of the week. Looks like sunshine, so enjoy, and away we go. Cande, you were not here yesterday. You had a preset day off.
Which was good because I'm a little under the weather.
Yes, I was not here either. First, I will say you do not sound great. Before I get to my story, you Friday you sounded fantastic. Right now you sound
sick.
Yeah, you got something going on over there. Cande, I have big news. News I never wanted to deliver on this show. It's been almost 2.5 years. Would you say 2 years and almost 3 months, Cande? About 2 years and 3 months or so that we've been fighting the good fight.
Oh, yes, and we've been fighting.
I've always been a proponent of masks and vaccines and all these things, and I still am, by the way. That is a conversation for another time. That might be a conversation for a podcast at some point, Cande.
Oh, yeah.
But I have to tell you, and the Long Island listeners, that Friday, here at this house, I was not feeling great now for, it was like 3 days in a row.
You had a cold that Leah had.
Right.
And she had tested negative for COVID. You thought, oh, it's a bad head cold, and now
That's
I've
right.
got it.
Mm-hmm. And I was feeling it last Tuesday, a week ago. Remember, we were both sick last Tuesday, right?
Yes, I was feeling fluish.
Right. So, and Leah was sick for a number of days, but never tested her every day, never positive. And she's over it now.
Are you sure you're shoving that up her nose far enough?
Yeah. And so then Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday last week, I start to get a little bit of a cold. I test, nothing. Friday evening, Cande.
Bingo,
positive, bingo. COVID is now in the house.
I can't catch it through the microphone.
You can't catch it through our basement. No, that is not happening.
But I, too, Brian has been sick, and I've been fighting something off. We had to postpone Mother's Day to this coming weekend. Hopefully I'll be better. Although the kids did stop by quickly, and I ran out and saw them very quick at a distance, and they gave me a gift, which was very nice.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm not. As you can hear, I'm sick.
You sound so. And what's okay?
Now I took one test, and it was negative.
Right.
And I'm gonna take another one when I'm done with work this morning.
As we know from my niece, your
Brian
son,
has taken two,
myself,
and he's been negative too.
It could take a number of days. Everyone we know, it took like 3 days, 4 days till they tested positive, Cande. So
yeah, I'm running out of tests. I'm gonna have to get more tests.
Well, I'll send some over. I got a whole stack. So last Tuesday, and I have to say, I'm not diagnosing anybody, but last Tuesday, me and you both felt bad. I felt the most lethargic I've ever felt last Tuesday, but I got over it Wednesday, and I still had a head cold. Thursday, Friday, I test Friday night, I have it. Elijah gets tested, he has it, Cande.
Ew, the house of COVID.
Nobody else. Leah never tested positive. That's why we never thought it was happening. We thought it was just a head cold. She's fine. She's over it. She's good. Abigail is fine. She's going to school. She's good. Negative. Dana, nothing so far. Although last night she said, I feel a tickle and some phlegm.
Oh, not a tickle and phlegm.
Yeah, that could...
That's how it starts.
Now, what's interesting is Elijah, ever since I went down to the basement to sleep in what has been known as the COVID basement, Cande.
Oh, I had no idea you had a basement named for COVID.
That's right. Elijah slept a few days with Dana. So
now, that's terrific.
Then he tested positive. So now Dana's... Hold on.
Well, while you're doing that...
Hold on. Yeah, listen, this is like... What are we doing here? This is the worst. We put on the worst morning show of all time.
It's like, who can sound sicker? Go.
So yeah, all right, let me give you some of my symptoms here. I had one of the worst head colds.
Don't give me any more symptoms.
For the
I have plenty of my own.
The last 4 days or so, I had one of the worst head colds I've ever had in my life. I had a few aches and pains. I took some extra strength Tylenol. I took some naps. That seems to be moving on. The head seems to be clearing a touch, but every time, like I was just talking for a little too long, and I can't. I start a coughing fit when I talk too much, Cande.
I hear you. I'm having the same issue.
And I still feel somewhat lethargic. It's starting to dissipate a bit, but I still feel, a couple issues. Anyway, me and Elijah have been sharing space here in the house, and we're hoping not to get anybody else sick. Now, let me give you another interesting fact.
Well, there's only one left.
What?
One person in your house left to get sick. The
Well,
rest of you have all been sick.
No, Dana and Abigail are not sick yet.
Yes, Abigail wasn't feeling well.
Right.
She had a head cold.
She had a head... Right. Well, that's true. Yeah, no, I'll give you that. She may...
House of COVID.
Yeah, maybe.
Gotta
But
put up a sign outside the door. Do not enter. Full of COVID.
Here's the interesting thing. So we tested positive, and Elijah still has a pretty severe head cold. So I emailed the teacher and all this stuff, and the teacher puts you in touch with the nurse at the school. So the nurse at the school said, yes, we have a number of these cases. You're not the only one. And she said, here's the plan for Elijah's return to school. She said, when did he test positive? I told her when he tested positive. She said, okay, there's new rules. He can, if he's got no symptoms, he can return this Thursday. I said, does he need a negative test? No. You wonder why it's spreading, Cande.
Really?
The rules, I guess, in the state now are,
wow,
you do not need a negative to return. Your symptoms just need to dissipate. So I said, well, tell me what symptoms are. She said, well, obviously, if he's, coughing a lot and, he sounds really, really sick, don't send him like you would never send him for any cold. But if he's got a touch of a runny nose, he can come to school.
That's how it started with me. A runny nose, like a faucet.
Right. Now, he will have to wear a mask for 5 days when he gets back to school. They make him do that. But, so
he's not going anywhere at least till Thursday.
At least Thursday. We'll see what happens. He's got a pretty good head cold. I feel, Cande, I will say this, couple things. I feel lucky to have gotten it over 2 years after it started and not at the beginning, because I do feel like all the measures we've taken,
the vaccines are definitely preventing more serious cases.
And the passing
around.
around.
Not feeling well, we could be feeling a lot worse.
Well, the passing around of COVID as well, I think, is creating some, more immunity and less harsh COVID, but the vaccines for sure. I'm glad that that it's over 2 years now and it's not 2020, because I definitely feel a lot safer. The strain feels a lot safer at this point.
There's actually medicine you can get as soon as you know you have it. I think you've waited too long to do it.
Yeah,
I've tested negative. I don't know what's going to be. We'll see.
I'm breathing fine. Everything. Trust me. In the first sign of any issue,
and you were eating. You were sending me things that you had been eating. I'm like, well, his appetite is definitely not affected.
Oh my God! If anything, it's increased my appetite, Cande.
And you got me going for a Reuben. I'm like, I think I have to have a Reuben now. Brian went out and got corned beef. He's gonna cook and make Reubens. I'm like, and then what else did you have? Turkey with lunch and. I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
I'm not feeling like eating that much.
No, I've been pretty hungry. I'm not gonna lie. Pretty hungry. Still testing positive, by the way. Still testing positive. So just working from home, and we'll take care of Elijah, and hopefully nobody else gets sick here, Cande.
Hopefully there's only one left. There's only one standing. The soldier, Dana.
Yeah, well, literally we'll see how it goes, Cande. So anyway, that's the deal. That's the deal in the Phathead house.
Germaphoid creature.
All right, special song at 7:30. Less than an hour to your Bald and the Beautiful Entertainment at 8:12. Let's hit the roads. Beautiful mid to upper 60s the whole week. It looks like My Country 96.1.
Phathead and Cande in the morning, weekdays 6 to 10 a.m. on My Country 96.1.